We're live. Okay, it's a little cute with the headphones on.
Okay. Hey.
A little bop to it. Okay.
I got a question.
That's not this song. It's not this song.
A little remix ain't hurt nobody.
A little remix. A little.
I got a question. Ooh.
Okay.
It's new. No, this is what you play with Doki.
This is a different song.
Oh, okay. That was a little transition.
I know, right? That was cute. I really don't be listening to it like that, so I'm just like, I'm enjoying this ride a little bit. Let me go ahead and trying to get back into being like, it's not my first day streaming and we're here.
What's up?
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna catch him dancing. You need to make your camera focus. It's struggling. Put your hand up. Did that work? That seemed like it kind of worked. That seemed like it kind of worked.
Boom. That worked.
Okay, good. Okay, y'all. Let me turn this music down because we was really over here vibing. I did not turn it down at all. Okay, hey, welcome to Otaku Talk. This show we weren't sure was gonna actually happen today. Well, I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Blame my horrible communication skills.
Nah, I just was willing to give you space because, like, even if you were like, okay, we're gonna do the show, like, you could have pulled up and been like, I got sick, I got jet lag, I just don't feel like it. You know?
I was praying I wouldn't get COVID that entire time. I was praying.
You're not out the woods yet.
I feel great.
Okay, good.
I feel fantastic.
You got to give it like 3 days. You get that little tickle in your throat day 3, you be like,
don't put that on me.
I'm not. I'm just speaking how it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. I got it after DreamCon. You didn't, so I'm sure you'll be fine.
That's true. Yeah. My immune system be like, COVID who?
I wish I bitch would.
Honestly, it probably was that vaccine that gave it to me. had I not.
I get the street shut down. You can't be saying that on Beyonce's internet.
I mean, yeah. Somebody put that fact check thing at the banner at the bottom.
These are not qualified professionals.
These are not qualified. Well, not me anyway.
Your girl's license is not active, so I am not right now either.
That don't take away the knowledge.
We don't talk about it. Okay, now you're shorter than me and it's bothering me. Get on up there and tilt your camera. What's up?
Yeah, it's my camera.
There you go. Okay, yeah. I'm like, because you're not shorter than me. But welcome to Otaku Talk. As y'all see from the thumbnail, the name of the show is Gojo. No!
I didn't think it was going to happen this quickly.
I know. Twan is telling me not to play the clip because it was so much. But we're going to get into that. But first, before we get into free my nigga Gojo. First, before we talk about that, right? Look, I got the little second.
Oh, that is so cute. Yeah. That is so cute.
Before we get into that, so last week we didn't go live, and I went to Japan Fest. So we just gonna have a little blurb real quick. So I went to Japan Fest for the first time in probably actually 13 years, because the last time I went, my daughter was 1. And she's 14 now. So we went for her birthday, which was crazy. Like, me being there with a stroller the last time I went and being there with a whole ass teenager this time was wow.
Right.
So we went. And one thing I did notice was when we went in the past, there were like a lot of artisans. Like, they were like legitimate Japanese artisans there. They were like, I have this hand carved lamp that I've had for 13 years. I've literally never changed a light bulb in this lamp. Like, it's something about this Japanese crafting. It's magical. Like, it uses so much power. I've never changed a light bulb in 13 years.
Damn.
And it's such a cute little lantern lamp.
I'm and so fate. This light bulb in this bedroom. She be blinking sometimes.
And this is before people was really selling like LEDs like that. Hey, babe. back. Can you put on the headphones? He playing Destiny in the back.
My audio quality, baby. My audio quality.
Well, it's you know how Destiny is. You know how Destiny is. It be a lot. But so yeah, hey 100 watts. So yeah, we went and there weren't really a lot of that anymore. It was like anime. It just felt like a smaller anime con. And that was like very disappointing for me because I was really looking forward to like handcrafted Japanese stuff. And like they did have one row in the back where there were Japanese artists, but like to put it in perspective, there's probably like 6 stalls per row, maybe 6 on each side, so maybe 12 total were like really? Japanese. Yeah, and that's about it. Like it wasn't really, and most of them were like they had the anime section, but it just felt like a lot of anime merch, and a lot of the merch was like stuff you get, figurines, plushies, you know, stuff like that. And I mean, so not even really a lot of t-shirts, but I did get a fire ass New Jeans t-shirt from there, and my husband got a nice Naruto shirt, screen printed.
Really quickly, ever since I made that video and I put that New Jeans song and I had downloaded it to my phone, I cannot escape. I cannot escape. The algorithm said I am in love with New Jeans. The algorithm, it's been showing me everything. These little dolls. I saw a stop motion of the little
really?
pop-up girls as like little threaded figures, but they were like dancing around to their music.
That's so cute.
I cannot get away. It's good. It's really great. It's really.
See why I don't get that in my algorithm. I'm literally a New Jeans stan. Like if I see New Jeans merch, I bought the box set from Target, y'all.
She said I live this life.
I live this life. I'm a bunny. So like I'm mad.
All bunnies?
Yeah, bunnies.
I thought it was gonna be something Powerpuff Girl related.
No. Puffs. I don't want to be a puff. But anyway, it was like really disappointing that Japan Fest is kind of turned into Anime Fest. And I know that's weird for me to say because I am like an otaku. I love anime, and anime was my entry into Japanese culture. So I feel like it's kind of weird. Like I don't really have the right to like complain about that. What do you think?
I mean, no, I feel like that's validated. Granted, you know, my experience with cons are limited, but like if I think about like what I would imagine that to be, I feel like it would be a mixture, you know, like a good majority of it would be more like of just the culture as a whole, not anime centric. So I could imagine if you kind of expected that or wanted more of that available to you and you just kept seeing a lot of anime over and over again, I could see how that would kind of be annoying because there's cons for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's like there's anime cons. Like, I don't know, it was just kind of, I feel like, and I had gone before and it was definitely more that way before.
Oh,
like,
and
even,
then you got the contrast too. I mean, even though it was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Still.
Like, I feel like, wow, I'm at that age where like I have adult experiences from 13 years ago. That still blows my mind. Like as you get older, you're like,
we getting up there, girl. We getting up
don't
there.
Say that. Don't say that. Because I'm trying not to have midlife crisis in my 40s. And
I mean, I remember back when I was like 13, I couldn't imagine what I would be like at 30. Ain't shit changed. Ain't nothing. Exactly. Only thing changed is I got more bills and I learned a little bit more.
Circle back around to like your 14-year-old self as you get into your 30s.
Never thought
like I actually have the budget to like do the stuff I was really into like in my early 20s, late teens. Because like I had my daughter at 21, so I was about 21 or 22. It's just so weird to see myself go full circles, even to the point where like I used to always tell people I'm gonna be a fashion designer. I want to be a fashion designer, and like I abandoned that dream very quickly.
I ain't gonna be a fashion designer.
Yeah, like I got accepted into FITM, which is like one of the best fashion institute schools in United States.
Heard.
And I had a portfolio and I got accepted into it, and I couldn't afford it because it was in California. So I just went to a little program here, but I was like, bitch, I'm paying $20,000 a semester. And we're sitting in here coloring color wheels. This is not the career for me. So I dropped out. But it's so interesting to see. And then I quickly was like, I need a real job. I waited tables. I started being a nurse. But it's so weird to even be like, it didn't even click to me that I had this Coco Cutie bag that I'm selling on pre-order. And I'm like, bitch, like, you're a fashion, like, this is a designer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You've designed this bag from scratch. You're a designer now. And I'm like, wow, like, that's fucking full circle. But yeah, it was just weird to like go there and like kind of have that expectation and see that it was just like a bunch of anime stuff. It was, and then like cosplayers were there. I don't know. I feel like I was being really nitpicky. Mm-hmm. But it just felt really like tone deaf.
Like the State Farm tent at an anime convention?
Yeah. Because, like, I mean, they did have a few performances, and, like, we didn't get to go to all the performances. Like, we did see, like, they did some, like, traditional dances, which was cute, like, some ritual dances and stuff. So that was nice. That's when I felt like I was at Japan Fest. You know what I mean? Like, that, when I started, I was like, I'm at Japan Fest. Like, this is what I expect to see at a Japan Fest. It would be like if we had a Black People Con, and then, like, all that was there was, like, watermelon drinks, purple Kool-Aid, and, like, what's something that's Black that most Black people be like, yeah, we be doing it. But then, like, if everybody did it, you be like, that's not all we are. Can't do something else. But, like,
no, I see what you mean, though. Yeah. Like, that sounds very disappointing. It sounds offensive. It truly does. I don't know if I would enjoy that. Like, if I went to, I mean, that's a lie. See, there's a fine line between what is I consider like maybe a little funny.
I don't think having anime at a Japan Fest is bad, but I feel like the amount, because there's like anime cons, so I just feel like it's kind of, you know.
Well, okay, I don't know. I don't know if I would fully agree with that, just because like that stuff felt offensive. That stuff felt like you are out to
what, like watermelon drinks?
Yeah, watermelon
but
drinks.
But we be liking watermelon drinks.
Absolutely.
And we like fried chicken.
I was about to say, if it was like that's all they were serving at DreamCon, maybe I would not have been crazy. But that's Black folks.
Because if it was a Black con and they didn't have fried chicken, you'd be like, "Where's the fried chicken?"
I mean, they didn't.
But see, DreamCon isn't a Black con. But I'm just saying, like, if we had a Black culture con, we literally had a Black culture, and they didn't have fried chicken, I'd be like.
Now, if it was a Black culture con ran by white folks for some reason, and it was all fried chicken and watermelon and waffles, then there would have been a problem. It's the backing, it's the people behind it that's running the show. I need to know.
Right. I don't know. I feel very.
It's like the N-word. Like, I don't want nobody else outside of Black folks saying it, but when Black folks do it, I mean, it feels right. So Black folks want to do a Black folks convention and have nothing but chicken and watermelon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I don't know who ran it. So if they're cool, I'm sure they're cool with it. Like, I could see if you're like a minority and you're like, we're just trying to preserve our culture and have a safe space for our culture in America, in this city. Like, I'm sure they're just grateful to have a con, and so many people want to even come and experience their culture. So I can't speak for them. Like, I'm sure they're probably happy with it, right? Like, I mean,
on top of that, anime has just done nothing but grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. So, like, right now where we are with the amount of people that have just fallen into the space, you know, it's not that surprising that it is taking over a lot of spaces or a lot of places where it was only a fraction, and now it's like damn near half or more. Like, it kind of does make sense.
It's kind of like Tex-Mex. Like, it's Americanized Japanese fest. Like, it just kind of feel like that. Like, if I went to an authentic, like, expecting more, and it was just all Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it felt like. So I don't know. I don't know how I felt about it. It was cool.
But my daughter enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it. Loved it. Yeah.
My daughter loved it. She had a good time. Like, she loved it. She everything she wanted to see. She bought from some of the authentic people. I was like, you gonna buy some from the Japanese people?
Right. Ain't gonna bear you just be all up in the.
Just be all over there with the white folks. So. So she did. She enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it, and it was cool. But I just thought I'd talk about that because, you know, we do. I mean, to some degree, like, we have a podcast talking about anime, so we are, you know. So it's like, I just feel like, you know, I had to unpack that for a second.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on to my One Piece journey before we start talking about them locking up my boy, my husband.
I just never thought I'd see this day come. A show called My One Piece Journey. You got the floor.
I went back and looked at the clip of me saying I gave the live action a 9 out of 10, and you was like, a 9.
All of it has been shocking me.
You would watch it again. I was like, I should have clipped that. I was like, Twan was shook about.
I mean, yeah. It's just because I feel like I always felt like we kind of had the same viewpoint of One Piece, and even if it was. I don't know about Ian's, but it's just I don't know. Even after seeing some of the episodes of the show, like I was expected to kind of have the same awakening, but maybe because I haven't finished it.
Yeah, you definitely
I
haven't
still
finished
haven't
it.
finished it. It has not been like on my radar like that, but I still make plans to. I probably will be able to come back next week and talk about it more. But
It's cool.
I'm very interested into
It's
this
like,
deep dive. So like, take it away.
You know, I wasn't giving up on One Piece because I started that episode. Hey Yellow, hey Rashawn. I started that episode after the live action, and I was like, "Bitch, this is a mess." But I finally got it figured out. I finished watching it. I'm on episode like 60 now. 60. 60. 60. Okay.
That's only like 1/200th of the way.
But this the real tea.
It's only 1/200th. You got this.
I be really giggling and kicking my feet. Like,
do you really
watching One Piece? I really be sitting there giggling. Like, it's so awesome. I don't know. Like, I really just be feeling it. Like, I don't know. It's an emotional. It be having its moments. It's very cute. It's very cute. I just don't know how this. It's very cute. It's like nothing I've ever seen. And the more I've watched it, the more I have an appreciation for how ugly it is.
I love these.
No, I really do. Like, I'm starting to have such a respect for Oda because the person who wrote it. Because it's you ain't never seen no characters like this. And he be making them ugly, like on purpose. Like he put his foot in the ugliness. Like, and I've been watching, my husband's watching it too. He's on episode like 350 or something like that. So I've been watching this arc completely out of order. I've been watching this arc with the zombie ship. I really love that arc. Like, it's so funny to me. Like, I've been cackling, giggling. I mean, this lady is so ugly. He just be making these characters. I ain't never seen nothing like this. I have such a respect for it.
Okay, so you first started. It was a little rocky getting into it fully. So what was the like switch? What made you go like
kind of jumping ahead to where my husband was, and seeing like the animation gets much better because it's like it was started in 1997. So I'm pretty sure I'm still in the early 2000s, 1990. I'm sure I'm still in the 90s. So you got to think of the hand-drawn effect on top of just the style of One Piece. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's real crusty. It's giving crusty. So like, I think jumping ahead and seeing that the animation does in fact get better, and like kind of really just starting to get enough touch points with various One Piece arcs, like between the live action, the arc I'm watching, the arc he's watching, and just like little tidbits I see, I'm starting to kind of put together this fantastical world that is the world of One Piece. And so I'm starting to like get it. I get it now. Like, I'm getting why it's so extreme and why the style is the way it is, and like why it's so bizarre. And I'm starting to get it. And I like it. And Chopper's so cute.
Chopper is the
little deer hat.
Yeah, I thought so.
I love Chopper.
Yeah, so like, he was always pretty funny.
Yeah. So it's actually funny. I really be laughing out loud, cackling at One Piece. I really be enjoying myself.
I love this for you.
I love this for me. Because sometimes I just be want to turn something on. And like now I could, because now I can see why it's like 1,000 episodes. Because one, it's not that heavy. Like, it doesn't, like if it was 1,000 episodes of Bleach or something, or Jujutsu Kaisen, like, kill me now. But it's very lighthearted. They reiterate a lot. So like, I don't know. It's like I can do stuff, watch it, and I don't feel like I'm gonna really miss it because they gonna say that shit like 30.
Heard. Okay, so it's a nice offline binger. It got a lot of character. It got some heart. I'm hearing you understand the need for the animation style and its journey.
And I don't feel rushed. Like, I don't feel like I have to binge all these. Like, I feel like I'm just like, I want to watch a little One Piece today, and I just watch 8 episodes, 6 episodes, and then I leave it, and then I come back. It's just very like easy watching. And sometimes you need it.
Throw one up for me. Maybe I might catch the bug. Maybe. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but maybe.
I'm not a fan. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a fan yet because I don't define myself. Which I want to ask you that. When do you know you're a fan? Because for me, I don't define myself as a fan until I buy merch. Like
I was gonna be somewhere along the same lines. Although some shows it has taken me a minute to buy merch for, so I can't really fully say that. I know that's the case. I know that's the case once my wallet has come out and the card is swiped. But I think before that is when I start like when it starts to be pervasive like into my normal life. Like when I start quoting it, when I start like having daydreams about certain scenarios and whatnot, because I do that with Jujutsu Kaisen a lot. I used to do that so much with Death Note. Death Note it had me in a chokehold like no other before. Like there was times where I would leave like that one episode where he was pretty much had this cat and mouse battle with the detective's wife that was trying to figure out who he was, and I got to the episode where they had met. He was following behind her trying to get her name, and I can't remember exactly the plot point, but she knew some information that was gonna he needed to kill her now, and I either had to go to school, I had to go somewhere in the episode. So that whole day I was
just thinking about that.
I just could not get my head off of it, and yeah, that's the type of stuff that makes me know like I'm a fan of this. When you have me wrapped up. So completely. Because
Jujutsu Kaisen definitely has Twan and myself wrapped up. Because y'all don't even know. We be texting each other. Like, we had a whole rewatch. Like, we were watching it. We were on that same episode, basically at the same time.
Pretty much.
We were texting back and forth. We be talking about theories.
Twan girl, did you see this? How do we miss this? I mean, because we pretty much had that the thing with Geto and him not being who he is. That was that came from a.
We don't have to roll in.
Right into it. Okay.
Let's just roll in. But yes, loving One Piece, enjoying it. I'm not ready to be a Jehovah's Witness yet of One Piece, like preaching the gospel.
Tells me you might get there.
But I feel it.
I see it. I see it in you now. You got the One Piece bug. Like I see the way your eyes
being converted.
I was kicking my feet. It's happening. It's slowly happening.
It's like I'm a dabble. I'm gonna go to church a little bit. Like I went a couple Sundays, but you be like, bitch, you about to join something. You're about to be involved in the community.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you're gonna get there around like 400. If you make it to like episode 400, you are going to be a One Piece fan. I'm gonna see you with multiple Crocs.
I could have told you if I make it to 200, 100. I'm almost at 100.
Because I feel like you can still be around 100, 200 and just casually watch 6 to 8 episodes through the course of like a year or something. But like if you make it to 4 and we still talking about it, I feel like you gonna
it remains to be seen, guys. So I'm enjoying it, but we gonna roll into Jujutsu Kaisen because that was really disrespectful. It is the Day of Atonement, actually, in the Jewish calendar. It's Yom Kippur starting at sunset today. And speaking of Day of Atonement, Gojo his day came. Gojo's day has come, and spoiler alert, if you ain't watched it, get out of my face. And also, if you say anything about this manga panel that leaked, I don't even know what it is, but
I don't either.
And I might find you.
I don't either. So yeah, watch that.
Yeah, let's not do that because I'm not a manga reader, so I'm still grappling with the fact that Bay got locked up, and I don't need nothing else to deal with right now.
At this point in time, I only know one really major spoiler, and you know the one that I know. You know the one that I know. Even if you don't remember now. You know the one
I know. Just know I know.
It's one huge major sport. That's the only one that I know yet. Still don't know how it happens or whatever, but that's the only thing. And if I see any more, I'm going to rage. Crunchyroll. Oh, I'm so happy the people that are Crunchyroll subscribers are real with it, because that last episode of Jujutsu, I just happened to scroll down and the first
I don't even
comment,
go down.
it was in bold letters. Anime only. Do not watch this. I don't know why these like they was going.
I'm not. I don't even scroll in the comments. But this week was the episode where we finally got the payoff of seeing Gojo fight. First and foremost, we've been getting here. Gojo's kind of been, figuring out what was going on. We finally get a little bit of fight action, and oh my god, like I just want to play the clip because it was so good. Like there were so many parts of it that just like I'm gonna go through the clips and maybe I'll pause and like put it up, maybe like little screenshots, maybe just so we can get some of it. But I would have to have this whole episode up here. I mean,
so we pretty much we didn't talk about the last episode either, did we? The episode
we didn't. What was the one when May went?
Yeah,
and he fought the Locust Man, right?
Yeah, we saw like because the teams are all split up into
Right.
essentially this is their promotion term, their
Mm-hmm.
preliminary missions before they like officially become, is it first grade sorcerers? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
first grade sorcerers. And yeah, so they split up into the groups. He thought that they found um what's his name, Mojito, but it was actually that grasshopper demon, which that grasshopper demon had me cackling. I thought he was pretty funny. It was, even
I was
though it
like,
was a serious
why are we doing
situation,
this?
it was still, I appreciated it. And that's one thing I do love about Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer. They always have their moments where they change up the animation, like they all of a sudden their face is just plain with like Pac-Man eyes or some shit like that.
I was so heavy with worry that I couldn't really. I was like, can we? What is happening? I'm just so worried. Like, I'm just so concerned, and I'm like, Jujutsu Kaisen is very intelligent. Like, there's a lot of times where they be talking about stuff, and I'd be like, this felt like that. Like when they were breaking down the map of what it was like and where the people were, I was so trying to figure out what the plan was that I could not get into this fight. It just felt like an obstacle to what I was trying. And I knew it was a stall. Like, I know it's a stall. I know there's a grand scheme going on. And so I just couldn't, I was so like, I could not focus on the fight. I was so nervous.
I did get the train part. I was happy. I got that because there was a couple pieces that, like, in the intro, like, and I was still tripping off of that one scene that I saw late, probably like 2 weeks ago, where I actually saw it for the first time. Paid attention to it. Maybe no, that's a lie. Maybe 3 weeks, but it was Mojito going through the train, just slapping people and killing
that's
them.
what he was doing.
He was killing them.
I thought he was
actually transforming them, and it didn't hit me until I'm like, okay, so he's talking about you just need to stall for 20 minutes. And I also remember that one portion of the preview, the trailer, where Gojo was like breathing heavy that we saw in the last episode. So I was like, okay, he's whooping their ass. He's already taken out Hanami. Like, what's left? And I was like, okay, so what can tire him out? I didn't know exactly how it was going to tire him out, because I was like, these is just some humans. I didn't get the whole part about the regular humans being there and him not being able to really use his powers, because if he was going to kill him. And like, that's the part that kind of like shook me, his actual solution to that. But yeah, I did see the train full of deformed people.
Yeah, because we were having a conversation about what did they need all these humans for? Like, what did they need all these people for? And we kind of was talking about, like, are we summoning something? Are we feeding something? So we kind of got our answer. So I guess the answer, just to be clear, was to tilt the scales to keep Gojo from being able to run numbers and be able to come to a logical conclusion that it was better to kill the people or save them, right?
Exactly. Half of them was probably used for that. Maybe not even half, because apparently Mojito changed over 1,000 people,
which is crazy,
and put them in them trains. So like, majority of them probably were used for that, because you got to think it took him 266 seconds to kill all them people, and I thought it was gonna be quicker than that. When she said 266, I was like, her, you must have been more tired than I thought.
Really, that's more time than I thought. I thought they were gonna say, because they were saying something like he had something of some tenths of a second.
Oh, I think it was a 20th of a second or a 10th of a second.
Yeah,
that he could, but that was him actually activating and releasing his technique, because it was humans in the vicinity. He couldn't have it open for longer than that, or they were gonna be dead. So the most they got is a 2-month coma, which I was just like, damn, that's crazy. You got a millisecond of being in his thing could just really make you comatose. That's crazy.
That is, like, there was just so much. I mean, so how did we start the episode? Because I don't even remember. It kind of just started with the fight.
Yeah, we Yuji whooped the hell out of that grass. When I tell you, that was another thing too.
He was not playing.
First episode, Yuji went Dragon Ball Z on their ass. It was head, and then it was a triangle, just a cone of fists. And even though I usually hate that, I don't know, it was just doing something to me in this fight. It's the way that it's animated. Dragon Ball Z like to do little lines.
But they have proven that they can do that, because that's kind of like when Gojo was whooping up on Miguel, and when Geto served that old man up, that little wombo combo when he saw his dog.
Ooh, I see. I'm just flashing through it now. It's like the after images, like when you press, even though it is funny, you press pause and you got floating hands just randomly in the scene. But it's the veracity of it all, the sound
Yeah, I
effects,
like the
the
focus.
intensity,
The
and then the
focus
moments
too.
where they slow it down too, so you see, so you see usually like dodge that hip thing and come up there. Ooh, it's
He
so
was serving
nasty.
him up. I like
Usually
seeing
is.
baby Yuji grow up. It was really
Yeah,
cool to see
I
like him.
definitely did too.
But there's also the anime watcher in me that's like, if he is doing this, what are we about to be up against, right? Because you know how
Mhm.
that go. It's like, okay, he's
Yeah.
so powerful. He done powered up. He's gotten stronger. You already know it's going to be some foolishness. And the fact that this is only, I don't know how many episodes are supposed to be in the Shibuya arc, but like, this is pretty early and Gojo is sealed.
Which is just like I did
So
not
like, I thought we were going to spend more time getting here.
5 episodes, maybe the season finale he gets captured. No, they said now.
Yeah.
Now.
Which is concerning.
But honestly, it when I tell you this is such a crazy pivot point now, because this is what happens in a lot of anime, or what I want to happen in a lot of anime, when the solution just gets taken away. Like One Punch Man. Imagine One Punch Man got sealed, and all these Omega level threats are now probably going to take advantage of this time, and the other motherfuckers ain't ready yet. You heard what's his name said about
ain't
Yuta.
gonna do nothing.
Hello, even with that ability, like he can copy anybody's cursed ability and utilize it. But I think he was saying something besides Gojo's. Besides that, you gotta be born with that.
Right.
Yeah, baby, he was born this way. This thing does not want to.
I know. Why is it like struggling right now?
Probably because I got away from it. There you go.
Oh yeah, you was too far.
But yeah, it was pretty intense. But like that's what I like about it. It leaves it to now. It's like, okay, so what are our solutions? Where are we going from here? Because Ghetto, all
What's
these other
happen next?
spirits, I'm saying they about to run wild. And I'm thinking to myself, this is a perfect introduction for old crazy blonde hair woman. The other special, because there's only 3 special grades. Yeah, 3 special grades for sorcerers.
She gonna have to come on. She gonna have to come on through.
Was it Ghetto? Ghetto was a third one.
He wasn't
a special grade.
I don't know if he was. Yuta, maybe.
It's probably Yuta.
I'm not sure, but that's true.
Only 3.
I'm so scared of like what's gonna happen, because it was actually kind of anticlimactic. Like I actually thought it was gonna be more. I don't know. The fight itself. Let's go through the fight, because do you have it up?
I do, but I'm on. What am I on? StreamYard? No, not StreamYard. I'm on Edge.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Hold on.
But like, it started off with the fight, and like, I just love seeing. I love Feral Gojo. I love Deranged Gojo. Like, we got our first snippet of that with the Toji fight, when Gojo kind of like lost his wits and was like floating and just looking at the sky and being crazy.
High as hell.
Feral. Like, I loved it. And we got to see, like, because that was back then, and we haven't seen that. Like, what is Gojo, who beat Miguel, like, gonna be like kind of more unhinged?
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got a little snippet.
His limits.
Yeah, I wish we could have seen more. I could have just watched it forever, because I love the part where he's fighting what's his name?
Hanami?
Jogo.
Oh, Jogo, yeah.
And Hanami. Yeah, like both of them. And like that whole section where they're like using the domain, what do they call it? Domain
amplification.
And he's like, oh, what are you gonna do? And he just starts walking towards Hanami. I just watched it like a million times. Like,
but it's the way
how he was.
It's the way he had them on the ropes though before. Like Gojo, there was not. I feel like there was maybe one scene in these last 2 episodes where he actually was smiling. Gojo. That's the thing about getting your ass whooped.
The way he was twisting Jogo's hand and smiling, like as he was twisting it.
Yeah. Like, and he just look, he just fell from the rafters trying to catch himself. And that's the thing too, because and I do like that fact, and I like My Hero Academia does a good job of that, where they give the villains like actual, you know, stakes you know, like
Mhm.
or relationships. Like I was surprised at how much Jogo actually like cared about Hanami being
Yeah.
destroyed. Like he was like, don't let his death be in vain, don't let their death be in vain.
I was sad to see Hanami go. Hanami was like my favorite
Even
curse.
when he screamed out and when he was like, no, Hanami, don't release your domain amplification, I was just like, that is his friend.
And
That
then like
is his
even that scene when they were at the table with Ghetto and he was like,
playing Chogi.
yeah, and it was like, okay, you just drag us in. So apparently they was rolling together before, because I guess they're two nature curses or something. But apparently Jogo and Hanami maybe were rolling together before they even came across Ghetto.
Yeah, I feel like Mahito was probably the youngest of those special grade curses that formed.
Yeah.
But I think since Hanami and Jogo are more natural fear curses, you know, that they probably
They've been
just
around.
yeah, they just been around a little bit longer. I think that's why they keep emphasizing so being so dangerous because he's growing. So
Yeah.
like probably if Mahito was at the same age as like a Hanami, because I imagine Hanami is probably the oldest out of them.
Yeah.
That he would be ridiculous right now. I love the
Yeah.
introduction of Mahito finally meeting Jogo. Like he was so excited that he couldn't touch.
I'm equally enamored and scared of Mahito. I don't know how to like where I fall yet, because I just love how drunk on fighting and learning and like his whole like how he approaches fights, or he's just like learning on the fly and like adjusting. Mahito scares me.
They love having Mahito in the air like this with his little hair flying in the background. They love that shot.
It's giving Rad Dog.
Mahito has been in that same position like 6 times right
Wait,
now.
just like, like,
just floating in the air some way, maybe coming down from a jump or
falling,
something with them 3 fluffy ass ponytails. Like I really do like Mahito's character.
I need that on a keychain.
He look a little creepy sometimes, but like Chibi Mahito, he was.
I would love to like Chibi Mahito with like just falling carefree. I just need that on a keychain. Just like, I don't know, but yeah, that was a beautiful segment. Just Gojo just being strong. I don't know. I just never get over it. Like,
I mean, looking at his like the way they seeing his, I guess what you want to call it, his barrier overtake Hanami and really like shredding his like being away to the point where he popped like a little balloon.
Yeah.
Oh, and Gojo being like, hey Gojo, look, I'm about to burn these people. Like he was really on his like.
And now I see why they had to bring this. Like, we need more bodies because he is not worried about these people at this point. I thought it was interesting to see like to think about how the people who can't see cursed spirits or energy perceive what is going on around them. Like, I really would just like a shot of seeing it from their point of view, because it's kind of hard for me to grasp. Like, what are they seeing? Like, I guess they can see Gojo, obviously.
Yeah, they can fully see Gojo.
They can see Gojo. Can they see stuff he's doing? Can they see?
I don't think they can see his actual like energy, or when he does
abilities.
Like say if he was right in the middle of that thing, he did like red or purple or blue or whatever. I don't think they would be able to see that because they can't see cursed energy. So I think they can see everything that's going on.
The destruction.
Just cannot simply see the cursed energy or the cursed spirits that he's fighting against. Now some of them can, and they made it a point to be like, because there are some people that was like, who is he talking to? And there's only one person down there, and the other dude was like, don't you mean 4? Because he saw the other people, the other cursed spirits and stuff like that. So some of them did and some of them didn't. But like the only thing about this whole situation, and I get it was probably just, you know, the amount of time it would take to animate or probably incorporate CGI to make all these people move. But there's a lot of scenes, way too many scenes, where people, even the people that don't know what's going on, or, you know, actually it's more jarring because it's people that can see what's going on and they're just not doing anything. They're not moving, they're not reacting, they're kind of just standing there. You know, with maybe I
feel like that's like a budget thing.
Right, which is why I prefaced it like that. I understand why. Yeah, but I just feel like it should be more pandemonium. It should be more of Gojo trying to make sense of all the chaos that's going around versus just, you know, these steals of him thinking. Or he's smart. He's probably doing this shit in a millisecond. Who knows? But
Right, exactly. And it's
it
Japan.
just
I feel
seemed
like
like, I don't know.
Japanese people would be like very polite about being kidnapped and like stuck. Like if it was some Americans, like I feel like we would definitely be raising hell.
Like, how was
I feel like
y'all
they would just
already
be-
not in the tunnels of the train station? That's my question.
Because
I would
I
have
feel
been.
like they're
I would have been
Japanese.
halfway
They're very
already down.
collective. They're like, you know, the nail that sticks up gets hammered down. Like I feel like some very polite collectivist people would be
Yeah,
like, okay, let's just wait patiently for the train.
Yeah, let's wait patiently, even though people are exploding
Blowing
in the
up.
flames.
But
Heads
see,
are being decapitated.
Okay, so the train station that the girl was at, where she was like the only one kind of left, which is obviously where the people got transformed, put on a train and turned into, they left. But the other people were like told that they were waiting on the train. So maybe they still hadn't really grasped that.
No, baby. No. They were right there when that one portion of the fight where the brother of the 3 curse paintings, when he did that little shit and that man attacked Gojo with 5 heads.
Yeah,
5 heads, and like these people, this isn't no tall separation, baby. This cuts off right at their chest. You can see everything going on. So I don't know how you see 5 decapitated heads and stay still.
I would have just freaked out with Gojo himself. If I didn't know who this was, I ain't never heard of these people, and this man is floating, walking.
And that's the thing too, like
on top of people, like he's walking over us.
He's made it apparent so many times. Well, I ain't gonna say so many, but there's definitely been very heavy-handed moments where he's been like, he can't use his abilities because there are people around. He can't fly because there's people around. He can do all this stuff. So it's like in this situation where he just said, "Fuck it." It's just I'm not seeing
he's like
the
walking over these people's head.
Right.
He's like walking on your head, and you're just like. But it's probably we're just gonna chalk it up to budget.
Yeah, we're gonna chalk it up to budget, and just there's a lot of other stuff going on. They probably just didn't want to make it too crazy, too chaotic. But I'm sorry, but just popped up again. Jogo!
You ain't sharing none of these. I ain't got nothing.
I'm sorry. Well, let me see. I just got to play in the background so I don't forget that stuff happens. And but so you ain't get snatched. You sure you ain't get snatched?
Nah, so if we pause it on a section as we like go through and just pick a spot to pause it, and that way we'll like make sure we're going through it like in order.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm what's his name? Choso? Is it Choso?
Which one?
The one who did the thing and shot the heads.
It's something start with it. It probably is something like that. I know it starts with a C.
I'm interested to see, and the fact that they just like introduced this person thing, and we ain't seen them do nothing but shoot some blood arrows and decapitate people and shoot lines. Like, I'm very afraid that, because I was thinking, okay, Gojo's gonna whoop their ass, the ones we already knew, right? I'm thinking Gojo's gonna whoop up on them so bad, and then he's gonna have to fight this person. Yes, you could you could pause it right here just so we don't get snipped. But I'm thinking they're gonna have a fight or something, and the fact that we haven't even got a fight from this Choso or whatever, like we haven't seen anything, is making me like terrified. Because they're obviously strong if we haven't seen anything. Clearly very strong. So like, what's gonna happen? Like, what's the next part of the plan? And that's what I'm struggling with. I don't know. And that's all this time they've been scheming to get Gojo locked up. So now what?
Right. I mean, now okay, so that's the thing. We got to get more information on this brain. Because we now officially know that, that's how he's been plotting this whole, like, he's been doing some Aizen level planning, like some Yuhabach level planning right here. Because he already knew what he needed to set all this stuff up. Like, he specifically needed Ghetto. He specifically needed Ghetto's body to be able to use his ability, to have that relationship, to be able to get that, like, emotional shock.
Minute. So the whole point was to get that minute. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think from the time that thing opened up, and like you said, it needed to be focused on him for 1 minute, which I'm just another reason why I'm just like, Ghetto, what? Because like you done all this, whatever. You're tired. I get it, but you obviously see something that you recognize or know is a danger, because he did take that step back before he ever saw Geto.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then
he started to take that step back. I think
actually, he fully turned around,
I,
because behind him was the prison realm and Geto. So he did fully turn around, but it's like, boy, keep going.
I think, yeah, Gojo definitely knew what the what's up
At
was
least
once
get
he saw
4
it.
meters away. That's not a lot. That's not a lot of space. At
But
least
that
just
is
get 4
this
meters
is the
away.
love of Gojo's life, okay? They just popped up from behind the eyeball, like, hey, baby, like, what's that? Hey, big head, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I
And I
fully
guess we
believe
did get
Gojo was in
confirmation.
love with Geto.
I do too. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. But I mean, it did give us confirmation too. We was trying to debate, like, okay, so did Gojo really kill Geto? And I do believe he thinks he did, but it was just the disposal of the body that was the issue.
He obviously did not handle, and thought that, dang.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So that whole scene, which I guess you could skip and get us there, because the score. First of all, well, no, before that, this part where Gojo does the infinite void, which is, what does he usually do? Infinite domain.
Yeah, that's his domain expansion.
Yeah. Was just amazing. I mean, it was just amazing.
You want to see, before we got into his actual fight, this, I can't find it, but this right here, this little square, this little thumbnail of them 3 being like, oh no, he's really actually about to do it. That tickled me so hard.
Even like they picked up on it before he said or did anything. I wonder what they picked up on. Like, is there an energy shift that happens or something? Because they definitely
it had to be, yeah. Because I feel like you gotta gather some curse energy for a domain expansion. Either that, or they saw his pose, because he's done it at least once to Jogo.
Yeah,
at least once. So, but Mojito definitely noticed it too in the same moment. Like, he, out of everybody, his reaction was the one that made me go, oh, shit's going down, because you don't really see Mojito this. Like, he is sweating bullets right now.
Right. Yeah, they was scared. Look at even Mojito. Oh, crazy. Yeah, I like to live life on the edge. Was like, hold on one second.
He was the reason I got shook. And this, right? Oh, this the speed scenes, that whole section, the intensity, like, his speed was palpable to me. And then I love the way he was running with his like fingers kind of open.
Okay, you got to pause it. We're gonna get there. You got to pause it. Got to pause it. Only 6 seconds. You could do like 5 seconds at a time. We talk, but it was so amazing. Like, in the music was just like, oh my gosh, I wish I could just like play the whole thing and like not get dinged. But yeah, he moving so fast. Like, Gojo's always so like smiley and like goofy, and like we really haven't seen Gojo even sweat really. And so this is just like so intense. I just loved everything about it. The music, the score, like the animation. I'm so happy they changed the animation up for this, and I definitely see why. Like, oh, it's just amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. Look at his focus. Like, it's just amazing.
Oof.
Yeah. Oof. Just going through and just killing all of those. Like, amazing. Everybody was freaking out over this. Like, okay, the smutty girls, the Gojo fans are just like, we love this. The heavy breathing Gojo broke the internet, okay, as far as in the anime world. So we finally got the payoff from it. Like, what did you feel like?
It definitely hit hard, like all of it. But this is like, you absolutely knew the moment is finished and his breathing slowed. I was like, okay, well, here comes Geto. Like, there was no surprise to that portion, because it's like, this man is probably I mean, he's as tired as he feels like he was as tired as he was back then when he was on his brink, you know. Like, the only difference is he just wasn't staying up for, you know.
And when I first saw this, I didn't because we didn't know like context of what was gonna happen. I didn't know if he got hurt or if there was like a cut or just a blood splatter. Like, I wasn't really sure at first. Mm-hmm. So it's just crazy to see that like they hadn't even put a scratch on this. Like, he definitely would have murdered all of them.
Yeah. Had they not had this beautiful plan, he would have destroyed each and every one of them.
And so and that's why Geto wanted to keep the face card as a trump. What if that wouldn't have worked? Like how was they so confident that it would work?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he knew with all the memories and stuff that he has of Ghetto, of Gojo from their past. He probably knew he had to tire him down significantly to even have a moment's worth of an opening. So I feel like with the way he just expended himself, like
Mm-hmm.
saving all those people, because he didn't even really have enough energy. He was saying he had to take care of all those cursed spirits first, and then the
The
mutilated
little
humans
trans,
first.
yeah.
Yeah, before he tackled them, because they was gonna wake up in a moment's notice versus the 2 months that the regular people did. But I don't even know if he would have really been able to go toe to toe with all three of them after this, though, just because
Yeah, after this.
yeah, he just seems so exhausted, at least enough to create openings, you know.
And I also wonder if like this, because I kind of wasn't sure how it was gonna play out. I definitely was kind of partially expecting Gojo to be like, "Fuck these people," and then that was gonna be the shocker. Like
That's
I
what
kind of was, I would thought Gojo was gonna be like, "You think I won't kill these people? Bitch, you got the wrong one."
I thought it was gonna be mass murder through that thing.
But I think that it was like, so maybe their dialogue about, okay, that he just doesn't want, because when he first started doing this, I thought he was killing people at first. I was like, is he killing people? Like, what is he just got kill everybody in this bitch? And then it's just us. Like, I didn't know what he was doing. But I think it also speaks to like how much I feel like this Gojo that we see who cares about humans and wants to do the right thing is kind of like because of Geto, which makes it even more sad.
Yeah,
that was like the card used to like imprison him.
They did a really good job with hidden inventory, setting that tone for both of their characters and how they were then. Because I do see, I kind of honestly do kind of just see the same Geto now that I do then. But I think the only difference, yeah, it probably was Geto's, the remembrance of Geto, who he was and how he felt about like saving people.
Yeah. Because Gojo was like, I kill them all. Like, I won't even feel no way about it.
But the thing that kept him from it was, he was always going to do his job at the end of the day. And he was very calculated, when it comes to his moves, I feel like. And the same thing in this, I feel like there was a moment where, and even the cursed spirits knew, where they were like, when they explained his rationale or what he thought his thought process was going to be when it comes to like, okay, so this is the point at which I can rationally sacrifice these people, you know, if it's due to them already dying by a cursed spirit. But if he did what he did, it was gonna go. If these people were fully gonna just die from him, there was no rationale.
I sure wish I sure wish he would have just killed all them folks.
I kind of wanted to see it because I felt like there was gonna be a nice little descent or a nice little change.
I just wanted to see him completely unhinged and just murder everybody. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I need to unpack it. Because I'm so ready for Gojo to be the villain. Like I just need that. I don't know why, but I want to see it.
But I am excited for the future now because everybody's gonna have to really step their game up. Like Maki's gonna have to really elevate. Yuji, Megumi, what's her name, Nabara, all of them are really going to step their cookies up to help combat what's about to happen, because with the big bag on to the cursed spirits, who's like, we can do almost anything.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what is next? I'm so concerned about what's next. But so this part where he was tired, and then of course we get Geto face reveal, face card never declines. But we did get to finally solidify the theory that this was not the Geto we knew, which I'm just like, something about this man's face is just more deranged than the Geto I like. I'm more like Gojo. Like, I see it's you, but my soul is like, that's not my bae. Like, I just feel it, and that's not bae. And that was like very tragic to hear that too. Like, he was saying even his sixth eyes is like seeing him like, this is you, but like my soul, no, that ain't you. It's just like, I don't know, I'm a shipper. I don't know, I just feel like he loved him, and that was just like, I know that's not you in there. And that was like very creepy, this next reveal. The reveal of it, how they did it was, I don't know how you felt about the reveal.
I was shook at Well, actually, I thought the way that it was going to reveal
Mm-hmm.
was going to be a little bit more gruesome. So I didn't want to speak on this before because it was obviously in spoiler territory. The I'm still obviously not going to say what I referenced earlier about a spoiler that I still don't know, but this was one of like two big spoilers that I saw. It was an image of um, it was an image of Ghetto like this,
Or with the string.
pulling not the string, the actual flesh of his skull. He was
Oh,
pulling
okay.
it like this, like it was elastic.
Okay.
And I didn't fully know what was going on because I didn't like study the image. It was kind of I think it was a manga chapter cover that
Mm-hmm.
I accidentally saw on like Google Images or something like that, and I did
Yeah.
quickly click off of it. So I didn't really see. You see how in this episode the brain had like teeth?
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like if I would have saw that, I would have fully put it together. But I,
Yeah. But
I,
you
I
didn't. You
just was
just saw like,
thinking,
something going
yeah, I
on with
thought
it.
he was just like some kind of sicko now, was like being freaky and just playing with his
Yeah, you
forehead.
just never know. I mean, he eats curses. I mean, this is Jujutsu
Right,
Kaisen. We see weird stuff. I mean, it's not
right.
it's not a spoiler that you see something weird. But yeah, like that whole like holding the hand, like about to say Sashi, like just like, oh, it's so sad. Like
Mm.
it's so sad. And the music definitely. That's why I just love the anime, because it's just like that music that like when he's having this flash, the music that's playing is very like beautiful. It's like very nice. And then right when when it happens that he's like, I know that's not you, and then this happens, it hits a minor key. And when I tell y'all that minor key hit me, like I was about to cry. It was just so tragic how they did it. The music for me definitely added to the tragedy of it for Gojo. Like, y'all can't just let Gojo just
I mean, he's sealed though, so like they are not gonna let Gojo. This ain't the end. Like somehow he's either gonna get saved or they're gonna like I don't know if it's gonna happen anytime soon. But
oh my
like
god.
they would have needed to kill Gojo for me to be like, okay, this is the end. So even though I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I definitely know it's not the end of him, but
right,
like I'm still scared for all the babies that don't have Gojo there to protect them.
I'm talking about like next episode type scare.
Yeah.
Like at this point, I just don't know what's going to come. Like anything could happen. Anything.
What is
could go
Kenjaku trying to
awry.
do?
If they can do this whole setup, scheme, massacre just to capture Gojo, imagine what they're gonna do when he's not there. Like,
what's the plan?
Really
I'm still trying to figure out what the plan is.
Right, because the only person that could have stopped Ghetto at that time when he killed all those people would have been Gojo. You know what I mean? Like if he wasn't around, or if he never saved Yuta from being executed.
When
So it's like on top of and that's another thing you got to think about. On top of Ghetto already being a powerful ass person he was with that broken personality.
Now for everybody.
Now you have this I guess a cursed spirit or this demon or whatever brain. Who knows?
It was just like all the oozing liquids. And what does Kenjaku do? Like, what's the whole point? And like
Kenjaku, was that his name?
Yeah.
Kenjaku. Ooh,
what does they do? Like, is it just a cursed spirit? Like, is it like it made me think of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff? Wasn't it the one that had the brain inside? No, that wasn't them. Was that Shredder? That had the brain inside? Somebody had a brain in it.
I don't remember what Shredder looks like underneath the mask.
Or was it an attack? Or was I thinking about something else? It was some old cartoon where it just had a brain inside. It was a brain around, just calling shots.
Mojo Jojo.
I was like, was that Tina? I don't know. I gotta look it up. I gotta find his brain, but it kind of made me think about that. So, is there a body that belongs to this brain? Is basically
I don't think so.
Somewhere or
he
not
was saying that he continued to live by transferring that brain to other bodies. So I doubt there's a need for anything else. I mean, if he could do everything he can do and get his body with just having his brain in there, I don't really think there's a need for another body, really. Okay. I think he's just hopping around from vessel to vessel. Because I mean, ain't no telling how old he is with that ability. You know, he could be as old as Sakuna.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
so are we gonna have to depend on Sukuna to like make a deal to like save people? Like, I'm just like, what is happening? What are we gonna do, guys? It was
Mm-hmm.
it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Crane. Yeah, see,
Oh,
thanks.
so I don't
I
know who
thought
the
I
hell
made that
Crane
up.
is.
It felt like a fever dream from childhood. I'm like, did I make that up? But yeah. So
Crane.
I don't know. Gojo is sealed, and like I don't know. That scene was beautifully shot, though. This episode definitely was such a good payoff for. I mean, this shot here is just tragic, though. Like,
But you got to think about it. Okay, Yuji, even though he ain't been feeling like it lately, is the main character. At least I think he is.
for somebody out there,
For
but for
somebody.
me, it will always be Gojo.
I mean, now he ain't got no choice. It's either gonna be him,
Right.
Megumi, or Maki.
Right.
But so we're at this place where they showed that fight before, and he
Mhm.
did his proclamation, "I will never lose to anybody again." That whole thing, and so we didn't even really get to see the full extent of what he can do now. I mean, we saw him really blitz the hell out of this person who's supposed to be strong as hell. Enough to where Mahito got excited that the grasshopper, curse spirit got destroyed because he was like, "Oh shit, somebody strong is here."
Right.
So I feel like he's gonna flip a switch where, I mean, might not be able to like solo everybody, but he's definitely, I feel like he done elevated to a point where, because I mean, think about it, he learned Black Flash in an afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And on
Something
top of that,
wrong with that Yuji, baby. Something wrong with that little kid.
I'm saying, not only did he learn that in like an afternoon, but he also did it consecutively 5 times immediately, and the record is 3. So it's like his growth
He built
obviously is
different.
exponential. Yeah, so I feel like he's definitely going to be a linchpin in this. I think the setup that Sukuna gave Megumi at the first and second episode, when he was like, "Why did you run?" Not second episode, it was a couple episodes, but it was when they first met that curse wound with a special grade that broke out, and that's when Yuji's fingers got all obliterated and stuff. He was like, "Why did you run from that fight? Like you could have took him." So I feel like they're definitely setting up a big power jump for Megumi as well. So I feel like they're definitely.
I mean, of course. I mean, it's still in the shonen realm, so we already know it's coming. We know it's coming, and I mean that's cool. I am very interested to see like what kind of power, how much more powerful they are. What are they going to be fighting? Because I mean, if you think about, did we watch it? Because we watched the trailer before this came out. Is there still a lot we haven't seen? Like there's still like all the people fighting, and like there was somebody standing on a thing, and we were like, "Is that Gojo?" We should probably go back and watch it, but we should probably go back and watch the trailer.
Oh, the trailer! I was about to.
Yeah, because it was like some buildings. It was like all kind of stuff going on, and the fact that Gojo is sealed here, I'm like, what was going on here? Like all this other stuff we were seeing, I feel like we haven't seen a lot of that yet.
Let's see, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 trailer.
So I'm just very concerned. Let's see.
Okay. Let me see.
It's about to be wild out here. Because I think we reacted to it. Yeah, I think that was one of the ones I posted that we reacted to.
Let's see. Let's put our thinking caps on now. So we saw that.
Somehow I hate when that happened. Like it be feeling like it went forward when you definitely click back. Who is that?
Okay.
Is that Yuji?
That look like Trigun.
That's what I was like. Is that Vexus Stampede? Vexus Stampede that came up in here. Is that Itadori?
I'm trying to see the outfit.
Is that Sukuna?
It doesn't look like. It might have been.
I don't know where he get the Vexus Stampede jacket from.
Right. The moment
because Yuji done got blasted through by Choso and he done turned it to Sukuna. That's what I think.
To a couple people. So
do you think that random girl that we saw gonna pop up again? Because remember we had theories about her being weird. So you still think she gonna pop up? Oh, who you think is she popping up now? Is the ops or help?
Definitely as help. I think she's popping up as help because with Gojo sealed, we're going to need as many people, because at some point they got to make us feel some sense of hope. You know what I mean? And if we get another spirit, not that it's gonna be hope that's gonna last. You know what I mean? But we got to get some kind of. It can't just be all downhill from now. You know what I mean? There's got to be.
I actually hope for that. I hope to leave this arc like completely hopeless and crushed.
Right. I mean, I feel like I do want a majority of that, but I would like to see her into the fall. I just because mainly because I want to see what she can do. I want to see what her abilities are. I want to see what
Why
her
she, you know,
curse
she be a nothing
advantages.
burger. She's a misdirect.
That's gonna be so
What if she
disappointing.
ends
But I
up
know
being like
absolutely.
somehow? I still kind of think she's gonna be the ops. Like I feel like she's gonna be somehow related to Brain Demon person.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we
Kenjaku.
let's ride on that. So I'm definitely in the side of her because I still believe that she didn't intentionally turn Ghetto. You know, I don't feel like she intentionally broke him with that conversation. Granted, she did. But I think she had was just trying to really like suss out the means for you know the goals that she wanted to accomplish, which was getting rid of all cursed spirits, and
Mm-hmm.
knowing that he had that same mindset or
No,
whatever.
not the sorcerer lady.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the lady who liked Yuji, who popped up. Remember early in the season, like the beginning when they was out?
Oh,
Her.
her.
Yeah, no, I think that chick is not the ops. No, I don't think she is. But I'm talking about the one that popped up randomly. We
Oh,
had that whole little side, and then she
yeah,
just
I remember.
disappeared, and we ain't
And
seen
then
her no
she all
more.
of a sudden became a supermodel in 6 months.
Yeah, and then we didn't hear nothing they talked about. We ain't seen her ass since. Yuji ain't saying nothing about having no girlfriend. Like, what's the point of that? Like, it just feels like
Yeah,
she
they had deleted
got
something.
to be coming back. So, her, do you think she coming back as the ops or Hill? Or do you think she ain't gonna come back at all?
I honestly, I don't. I mean, it feels stupid. I don't feel like Jujutsu Kaisen would do that. Like, it has to play some form. So it has
Yeah.
to play into it somehow. Now, do I like? I don't know how I feel about it though. Like, unless she just comes out and is like crazy psychotic or something,
I
or like
hope so.
a really big bad, I'm just not gonna be here for it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it seemed like it would be pointless to introduce her as anything besides a big
Yeah.
bad. Like, we already got the cursed spirits that just be walking around. They intimidating and scary.
I hope it's not corny. Whatever it is, I just hope it's not corny.
So who would you think she would be if she did pop up to be a big bad? Who would she be?
Maybe somebody yeah, like there gotta be somebody in cahoots with Kenjaku. Gotta be.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and then my other question about them, like, can they have multiple bodies just like laid up and just like put my brain in this person on Monday and then this person on Tuesday?
Or I mean, they did bring up the concept of the cursed wounds. Maybe she could be somewhere related to that, like if they're trying to do it
I still
again
don't
somehow.
understand the cursed wound. What I don't get
Death
it.
paintings. It's like
Yeah,
they're
like
cursed spirits, but like they're like half and halves, hybrids, I guess. Like, because every time they pop up in the scene, everybody instantly recognizes them as not fully being, well, people that are gifted. You know, Yuji and them didn't find that out until they actually killed one. But when the third brother popped up, Gojo. They need all those characters
why
just
y'all got
switched
them,
up.
but right.
Gojo. Anyway, Gojo definitely recognized him instantly as not being a full core spirit. He was like, so he clocked him immediately. So maybe, and they are powerful beings. So maybe that could be another way that they're trying to bolster their, I guess, curse spirit.
Yeah, it seems like he's trying to make an army or something, but
yeah,
not
and she
really,
could be yeah, like maybe she could be just a way, like she could be in it and she's maybe supposed to spy on Yuji or get information on Yuji and them, maybe get close to create some kind of devastation for him.
Do they have their own will too? Like they can just do whatever, right? They have
the curse wounds. Yeah.
So
because
maybe she'll
those
be
three
like,
brothers really loved each other. They was like, let's live for each other, let's do all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they had their own will.
I'm interested. If she don't come back, I'm gonna be disappointed because this is gonna feel very Game of Thrones.
Or maybe it was just like we just really wanted a nice, easy breezy moment before we got into this ish, because that's what happened. I mean, we had that was like part of the first half of that, just chill, welcome back from hidden inventory, and then we get into the mess. So maybe they just did that for the vibes.
The only reason I started to think that it was more than the vibes is because they had that part where they seemed like they were talking and they didn't let us hear anything, and it was just kind of like the way it just ended with like she came all this way to confess and then she got sent on the train and went home and we never saw her again. He don't got a girlfriend now. Like, I don't know, it just felt very random. But you're right, it could have just been the vibes. So I'll be curious to know.
I'm not putting it out of my mind though. She's gonna be, now that you done brought it back to my head, like she's gonna be definitely included in theories if it matches up. If I see a hole somewhere and I'm like, this could fit this hole.
This could be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we have enough episodes yet for me to go back and watch them all now, but I think I'm gonna do that. Like instead of trying to watch the whole season, I think now we have 4 or 5 episodes for the Shibuya arc.
I'm not sure.
I think we have 4 or 5. So I feel like there's enough for me to watch them all in succession and see if I pick up on anything else. Ooh, sorry. It's that time.
It's going to be 23 episodes for season 2.
I'm so shook right now.
That's what it says.
That 23. Gojo is locked up already. Are they including hidden inventory in that? I'm assuming so.
Yeah, so you can expect
because it's not because I think we are on 9 episodes right now.
Oh wait, this was and this was posted 2 months ago too, so that definitely covers hidden inventory.
Out of 24 episodes, we on episode 9 though.
Love to hear it, but they're gonna be some stupid ass break.
You think it's like what kind of goofy break can you insert in this ass whooping and Gojo getting sealed?
I mean, actually, it would be kind of perfect timing. So the Gojo's now sealed. We get 3-4 episodes of them struggling to make whatever they can make happen out of this,
and then we go back and see what happened to. I want to see what happened to Geto's body. I hope they give us a little segue in that.
That, or I wouldn't even mind skipping over to Yuta. I would love a shake up and another storyline. Like I would like to see what happened with Yuta after he left school and went with Miguel.
I would like to see, like Yuta coming back or getting word or seeing what's going on there. And I also want to see what happened with Geto's body. But I guess they might not show that because they're just like, she didn't dispose of the body, and I'm not sure what to take of that. Like, who disposed of the body then? Like, who was supposed to do it? I think
he gave a name. Didn't Geto or
they said Shoko didn't do it.
I guess we gotta start saying Kenjaku now since it's not Geto.
Yeah, but they said Shoko didn't do it that day.
Yeah, Shoko. So who's Shoko? Is Shoko the girl that they were with?
That's the unbothered queen.
Yeah, so it was a third girl.
Yeah,
like the Nobara for their team.
Right.
Okay.
She didn't do it. So who did it? Why didn't they do it? Were they working with that sorcerer? Like what's going on there? So I feel like an episode or 2 to kind of show us that would be interesting. I feel like they should show us that now that Gojo's locked up.
Yes, but that's the thing. So how did you write? Because
somebody had to be scheming.
That Shoko would have. Isn't there a traitor in Jujutsu?
There has to be, right?
No, isn't that like a plot point?
A known thing?
Like before this episode, like a couple of things back, there was a traitor in Jujutsu, and they were trying to suss it out, right? Oh no, they came up with Mekamaru.
That's who the traitor supposedly.
Because I was like, well, couldn't it be Shoko? Because like, how could you theoretically get rid of a body?
But she didn't. That's what they was like. She didn't handle it. Dead.
She's still with the team, so it's like, how did she just get away with that? You know what I mean?
Well, I think he said, but that day she didn't handle it. Somebody else did.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you.
Yeah, that's the name. That's why they said Shoko. He was like, but Shoko didn't handle it that day. Because I feel like if it was her, Gojo, without a doubt, she would have.
It would have been taken care of.
Yeah, but it wasn't her. So I'm like, somebody scheming. Like, was the body handed over? Like, was it just left outside?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you? Did they have a discussion about we can't dispose of the body because of like what Toji said? Like,
oh yeah, I fully feel like that was the case. Because I mean, why wouldn't he just obliterate it?
Right.
And he even wanted to go out being hit with a curse. So take me out, obliterate me, vaporize.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm just, maybe we'll get an episode or so with it. Yeah. Do you think the next episode is gonna be more fighting, or are we gonna take a break and see what happens?
I hope not. I hope this ain't no break. I want to go right into it. I want to go from Kenjaku being like, okay, well, we got that done. Destruction, just release.
I feel like we definitely about to get. I think they've been doing the half and half thing, so I think they're gonna follow that. I still think we're gonna do half of the episode, finishing up seeing Gojo actually in the thing, because right now we just saw the little. Just him kind of like in that little thing. We didn't see the sealing, the closing of it, and like what happens. So I think we're gonna finish that, the Gojo sealing imprisonment, and then we'll get like a little. I think you could probably spend a little bit of that episode showing what happened with Geto's body. I don't think there needs to be like a whole episode. So it seems like it would make sense to put it here. Seems like it would make sense to go ahead and show Gojo get sealed and then show what happened with Geto's body.
I definitely want to see. I definitely want to see Mei Mei, and I want to see Maki fight more. Going back and watching them earlier episodes, I love all of Maki's fight choreography. It's so dope. Like, she really be sunning these motherfuckers, and I'm ready to see her really go off.
I want to see Mei Mei.
I do
with
too.
This braid, like, I'm gonna wear my hair like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she does give such an aura of badass, even though she's not a special grade sorcerer. Like, I want to see what she's about, other than it's just sharing visions with pigeons. Like, I want to see.
She's about that check. She's about the bag. That's one thing about Mei Mei. She gonna get that check. That's what they keep on saying.
Ain't gonna be no checks if Cursed Spirits run the world. So let's see what you got. Let's see what you're gonna do these next episodes. I
am so terrified, and I just feel like it's gonna get worse and worse. And I just know whenever they release Gojo, I'm also, like, just real quick, scared of what released Gojo will be. Because I mean, we know Gojo getting out. We know this. So, like, also, because we saw Gojo's response to getting beat down by Toji. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't even know what this Gojo, who was like, I'm unbeatable now because I'm trained for that, and then got gooped. I don't know what he's gonna come out being like. I'm terrified.
And that's the thing about him getting released. However it happens, whenever it happens, it's not going to be under the same circumstances as this train situation, baby. Right. So he gonna have a nice nap. He gonna have a nice little siesta, and when he break free, he is tearing them hoes up.
But do you think? I think when Gojo's released, though, there's a potential that Gojo could come out like that villain, because knowing Gojo, he gonna be like, y'all ain't never finna use humans to weaken me again. I'll kill all these. Like, I think we gonna get Gojo like, I try to be cute, but I see it's a problem, so I kill whoever I need to kill, and I don't care if that's humans
that could be it too,
or whatever.
That could be it. And then, like, this whole time, if he's sealed, I hope he is sealed for a while. Granted, I don't want him to be away from my screen for a while, but I'm hoping to do like some kind of
get some like little flashes
Gojo
of him in the darkness,
right? Just floating. That's all I want to see. Just occasionally
flash. Check on Gojo a little bit in the dark realm. Like, what's going on?
That would serve the theory, that I just came up with in this moment, of like everybody else doing their little power-ups, helping defend against all these wild cursed spirits that are probably going to be showing up now, all kinds of grades, all whatever experimentation Kenjaku does to create more. But when he does get released, and if he does go on this crazy ass spree where he destroys,
they're gonna have to stop him.
They're gonna have to stop him, right? I'm hoping that's not the case, though. I feel like even with this situation, I really do hope and feel that Gojo still kind of remains true to who he's always been, but just comes out guns blazing. I don't want him to turn on the students. I just don't want.
But I don't.
No part of me feels like he would actively.
That's who Gojo's always been. I think Gojo is like, I will kill these insects.
Well, not the humans. Maybe not the humans. I'm not. He could probably feel that way about the humans, but like his students, the people that he wants to replace him, that's his whole drive behind taking in people like Yuta and Yuji, because he wants there to be more sorcerers that has his level of power to be able to change the structure of Jujutsu High and how that's going. That's what he's doing with them specifically. And even when he was gonna get sealed, he was like, you don't remember, like, you might seal me, but you don't remember we got, like, this is what I've been raising these people for. We got Yuta over here.
I just feel like he gonna come out and be like, oh, y'all weak. I'm the one. I'm that dude.
I don't know if it's gonna go. You don't got me fully on that one. I don't know if it's gonna go that far.
I'm just scared because it's just something, I don't know what it is. There's just a subtlety in the Gojo character that, for me, something about the Gojo character is giving me villain switch. I don't know what it is. It's some flags that I'm not aware of them, but it's like theming. You know, like you watch enough stories, you watch enough, you kind of see the themes play out.
So
and
you
there's
think
some coding on Gojo that's making me feel like, yeah, it's gonna go there eventually.
so you think they would genuinely do a whole ghetto repeat? Like you think they would make Gojo snap and then just have the same path? I think he's smarter than that. I don't think he would see
No,
that
I don't
play
think
out.
it'll be a snap. I don't think it'll be a snap. Like, but I think
what
he
it sound
will.
like
I think he will logically just decide
that all y'all niggas ain't
he
shit.
can't, like, he can't be who he's meant to be if he's trying to play protect humans and like whatever he's been doing.
Well, he might as well.
Which is what Geto
would he be
convinced
for,
him he
though?
needed to do.
Because I
He
feel like if he
kinda
forsakes humans, he's just doing what Gojo
wanted to
so
do
he's gonna
originally.
kill. Yeah, so he's just gonna kill everybody, curse spirits and humans. I don't know. Just
Well, if he comes out, like, if he finds out somehow, like, let's just play out a scenario. Like,
Okay.
we find out that Jujutsu High was complicit in something. Like, they purposely didn't dispose of Geto's body. They were working with Kenjaku. They were doing something. And he's working for Jujutsu. Like, he's kind of living up to who Geto was in a way. So, like, I feel like if he came out and was just like, all y'all grimy, the water's dirty, like, and these students that I trained, while I do care about them, y'all are working for the system that I know is ultimately I'm about to annihilate.
That would break my heart.
I feel like he would eventually be up against them because they're not going to just be like, okay, you can destroy Jujutsu High. Like, I feel like they would try to stop him. So that's kind of more so what I'm thinking. Not like a snapping, but just like, okay, I'm really finna wipe y'all niggas off the face of the earth. Because y'all already tried it with the vessel girl.
Okay.
Then y'all already, now
y'all...
Yeah, like y'all already tried it with Vessel Girl. Now y'all messing with Geto. Y'all done got me sealed up. Like, I'm gonna have to wipe y'all niggas up. And anybody who's standing in my way can catch these hands too.
I could see him coming out and having no patience for the higher ups, and like, because that's what he wanted to do the entire time. He even sat there and was like, maybe I should just wipe y'all out. Like,
yeah, Geto was like, don't.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's kind of held that impulse back because of Geto. So I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, he gonna come out and be back to that kind of state where I don't care if they really live
or
if he
does find out they had a part in it. Like, if they actually didn't get rid of his body for this, yeah, I can see that. Because at this point, if I didn't see that coming, ain't no telling what y'all could have. And I'm a man that likes to go ahead and even the odds.
I think he kind of felt like he had them kind of under control. Like, I think you mentioned
for the most part.
Like, he's like, I'm here to keep them kind of in check. So if he found out they were really scheming behind him under his nose, where he was really feeling like he had their card.
I mean, they've already shown their cards with them going above his head and setting up multiple assassination attempts. You know?
Right.
Like, that was the whole reason that he was that was the whole beginning of the contest or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
When all the high schools got together, the Jujutsu Highs, to do the thing. Like, they whole school that came over there was trying to kill him. So he knows they're capable, but to go to this extent, definitely I can see that being a breaking point, being like, you know what, I tried my best. I was patient with you niggas, but you have forced.
When y'all took Bay's body,
the love of my life,
and allowed that to happen, this is where I'm gonna have to lay y'all out. I wouldn't blame Gojo at all. I'd be like, kill him. I'd be over here like Eren Yeager. Yeah. Kill them all.
Keep move forward. We just gotta keep going.
And that should be coming out soon, right? November 4th.
Yes, it is. I'm sad, but it's about time.
Is this the last part, or is this like, have they split it into 4 parts?
This,
and we don't
this
know?
better be the last part. I love.
I'm gonna need y'all to wrap this on.
It's amazing. The same way you said, if Jujutsu Kaisen was 1,000 episodes, as heavy as that bitch is, and we got to sit through this again. Now, you want to talk about heavy? They don't got no funny facial animations to lighten the mood. It's devastation. It's multiple lines across people's faces through the whole 22 minutes.
These Titans eat people some more, smash people, step on babies. People yelling in the street.
Let's get this resolution. The rumbling has happened. We ain't got much more. Let's get this wrapped up. Leave
wrap
it
it up.
leave it where it can consistently be a golden classic, and let it remain that.
I'm
Don't
looking
string it
forward
out
to
to
that
nothing
too.
else.
Just to be able to have a anime that's complete, that you can tell people
Mm-hmm.
to like go watch this, and it is from beginning to end. Like,
Right.
I'm excited to have another anime to add to that list. Like Death Note is like one of those. Like you're like, it's beginning, end, complete. You can
Mm-hmm.
watch it, you can binge it. So I'm looking forward to it being that. But anything else before we wrap it up?
Not really.
Yeah.
It's been a great couple weeks. I've been really enjoying myself outside of work.
Yes.
The princess, because the queen is Beyonce.
Right.
she just randomly became a princess because I sang with her. But I saw Tori Kelly
so fun.
this week. I had so much fun.
It seemed like it was a very like intimate like venue too.
And that's the thing. It was split into two sections though. So where we were was majority of the people that paid for the meet and greet and the sound check. And some people was able to funnel in from regular tickets, but a lot of people are above, and you couldn't really see that in any of my videos. But it was a whole nother level above us. But at the same time, it definitely wasn't. It was a restaurant, like a restaurant performance like setup. So it wasn't crazy big. So it definitely had intimate vibes, which I was hoping it was when I saw the venue and I looked at the Google image pictures. It looked a lot small in the Google image pictures. So I thought this was gonna be intimate.
Yeah.
But it still was really good. And like, yeah, she was like, we was conversing, girl. Like, I might as well just gave her my number.
I'm about to say that's so cute. So it's like a sound check, and you were like right there in front of the mic, like you said it. I was like, oh my god! When I saw the picture, I like, you literally are like right there.
And then she came out, and the sound check was just like one or two songs, and this girl had a song roulette board, which was so cute. And so it was like A, B, and C, and it had random songs underneath, and we like pick B, pick C. And the one that she picked, I did not know that song was gonna be on there. It was called Daydreams from like I think that was like 2 albums ago, and I love that song. And when it played, I just started humming it to myself, and then I started singing it. And she was like, "Oh, somebody's already singing it. You're singing it, right?" And I was like,
"Oh,
that was me." And that's what she was like kind of like usher me. And everybody behind me, I really, to be honest, I wasn't really about to walk up. Like I could see her looking at me while like I was singing and everything, but I felt like two people and my friend saying that I went with was like, "Oh, go there," and you can kind of see it in one of the videos. But yeah, that was so. And then I sang the same line twice, which is embarrassing. But it was so fun. And I just loved, like, that made, even if I didn't get a meet and greet picture, which I did, that would have made my whole day, my whole trip.
That is great. That's amazing. Now, that's one of the things, like, and that's why I like those smaller, like, when you get to see an artist in a smaller venue. Like, it's nice to see the big ones. Like, but it's also nice. I like those, like, intimate venue conversation. I was supposed to actually go to a concert on Friday, and I just did not go.
Who was it?
It was Corinne Bailey Rae. I was supposed to go see her.
And you didn't? You just didn't? You just laid in bed?
So what had happened was...
That's the girl.
So what had happened was, I've been rocking with her for like, 4 albums, I think.
Yeah.
That's my girl. She done came out with this album. First of all, she released one single. She released one single from the album. And I was like, this is cute. It's a different sound. It was cute, but it was like a little grunge, like kind of New York Transit Queen. It was cute. And I was like, it's different, but it was all right. I liked it. Because it was still kind of pop. It still had a little cute girly vibe. Like sometimes she gets into that vibe. And I was like, okay, that's cute. So I went ahead and bought the tickets because I'm like, okay. But I'm expecting the album to come out soon after the tickets. Because it's like, I don't want to go to your concert. I don't know none of the songs. So album ain't came out. Concert is on 22nd. Album probably came out 18th or something like that. And I'm like, first of all, like you already on the tour. Like, can you drop this album, girl? So drop the album. I listened to it and I'm like,
no,
I don't really like this. No. Like she has some songs that felt more like what she's using because she's more like neo soul. Like she has this like soulful, like I feel like healing, peaceful vibes music, and I'm like really loving. And this is just like not it. And I'm like listening to it in the car. My daughter's like, "What is this? Like, turn this shit off."
Not even about. Ooh.
She was
Scathing.
like, I was starting to question your choice in music.
Scathing. Oh my
And I was like, girl, I'm trying to
God.
listen to this album because you know how sometimes you might listen to it and you be
It
like,
need to
okay, it's
grow on you.
growing. Or you hear it all together and you be like, I see the story. Like it's a whole thing. And I was just like not feeling it. So yeah, I just set out. Just passed.
Well, I
I hate
am
that.
absolutely going to see Doja Cat.
Did you get the tickets?
I did not yet. That is next paycheck. The last
Are
time
they
I
out?
looked
They
at them,
out?
yeah, the tickets.
Oh,
Been
they
on
didn't
sale.
sell
They've
out?
been on sale for a while. No, I think they might have originally, but no, because there's still some non resale tickets on Ticketmaster. It was like $290 for like front row. So I was like,
she really pissed a lot of people off.
I mean,
I feel like Doja Cat should be a selling out.
I mean, she should, but at the same time, like, especially when you listen to this album, she don't give a fuck. Like,
I'm just shocked to hear that she still has. I'm just shocked to hear she still has some tickets that's not completely. That's true. You know what I'm saying?
She does have like 25 million subscribers. Yeah, you would think too. Yeah. I mean, there was still, people still getting last minute tickets for Beyonce at some concerts, so it can happen.
I mean, I do like the songs I've heard from the album. Mm-hmm. I'm not with the visuals. It's the main thing for me. I just like listening to the songs.
Watch the latest one. Watch Angora Hills. It definitely.
I watched it.
Oh, so how did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, because that was the first one. It took a step finally away from like Scarlett and.
But that's why I feel like it's the whole story. Like, is it like a Carrie story? Like, what's with the story? Like the Scarlett thing. Like that's what I'm trying to. I feel like it's all a story because it's Doja Cat, and she's like they're seemingly separate but together.
I don't even think it's really fully a story. I think it's just a point. Like it is a whole statement that, like, because in several of the songs she pushed a lot of buttons. She coming for Peter throat. She said, I don't want to wear it if it ain't bleeding and screaming.
Right. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, the visual, I feel like visually for all the videos, it's like a story almost.
Yeah, it does carry it because Scarlett, I think, is her alter 90s. Ego.
Yeah,
that's what I hear from a lot of people that is invested in this album, like, to be looking into it like that. A lot of people are saying like Scarlett is her alter ego, and that the main message is like she's going to interpret her artistry however like she feels it in the moment, regardless of who likes it, regardless of like the critique she gets or all the rah-rah online. I think she actively is like, a lot of the music is just straight up saying that. It's like fuck all of that. Like fuck you. Not all my fans are stupid, but the extremists are the ones that really get under her skin. Like she throws several Twitter shots throughout these songs. She talks about her support system. She talks about where she sees her career. And she just wants to make music regardless of how that looks. And I feel like she's in a Cardi B area where it's like she, Cardi B, just the moment fame, she thought she wanted it. She absolutely did not. She wanted the money and all that stuff, but she don't want the attention. And I think that's kind of where Doja is at too. Like, of course, she likes the lifestyle and all that stuff.
That's part of the conversation we like had early today with Rashawn's channel. Like, you're selling yourself. Like, you're a brand, you're an artist. Like, yes, you make music, but like it's you, and you make the music, so you commodify yourself. And I think a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand what comes with it. And I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with. I mean, even streamers, like, that's why, I kind of fell off a little bit on the channel. Like, we do our lives, but you do not see me filming and editing videos, like really trying to make this thing blow up.
But you also got your hands on a lot with your brand. You're not just YouTube videos. You're not. But just that was like shows.
A shift, because I think like that first year, I definitely was more like, okay, let me lean into the streaming thing, and I thought that would be the one that I would put more energy into.
Yeah.
But then like I kind of had a moment where I was like, bitch, do you really want to commodify yourself? Where like you have to show up and be on to make money? And I was like having a conversation with myself, like, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, when you put it like that, the Kawaii for the Culture brand sinking your all into that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because that's not what that requires of you. You do got to be
Right.
present and all that stuff, but
I could
more
be like
so behind the
60
scenes.
and shriveled up
Right.
and still putting out banger pieces and products, and you'll never have to see my face. Besides on an About Me page,
Right.
Like that's what I'm trying to. I was like, I just had to think about that, but seeing Doja Cat and so many artists struggle with it, like even though I'm not trying to be a music artist, like it still made me just kind of be like, are you sure? Are you sure? So I feel it. I'm glad that she's still persisting in putting out music, because I thought she was going to be like, I'm done.
I am interested in hearing don't watch no more videos. Just listen to the album. Let me know what you think. I definitely am excited to hear your opinion of it, because I was in the airport.
Oh, we should have did a listening party.
We can still go back and do it. It's gonna be new to you.
Yeah, because we did one for Victoria. Monet.
We did one for Chloe.
Yeah, so I kind of want to do one for Doja. That'll be cute.
Yeah, let's do that. When you want to do it?
I don't know. When you want to do it? Because I don't be working.
We can do it sometime in the week.
Okay. You just let me know when you feel like it.
Okay.
And I'll be around. So just let me know, and then we'll figure it out. That works.
Oh, I just saw a message. Somebody said, "Look at us. This better not be my Tori Kelly photo." That works though.
I'm gonna put this up. Pre-orders in today for the Coco Cutie bag. Speaking of brand,
get that bag.
Y'all better come get y'all one of these. It's actually been cute. I had very low expectations. Like I thought I was gonna sell one bag, and y'all have really shown out. So I just want to make sure I put that up again.
Hey,
pre-orders in tonight. So if anybody hears the sound of my voice, share, go do stuff.
That bag is really cute. Like when you posted it, like I was like, this is it. This is really cute. This is adorable. I'm really ready for. There was an idea that we floated around in a hotel at DreamCon of a bag.
And that's well, now I got a different idea though.
Do you?
Because tell me later. Okay, I'm gonna end the live and I'll tell you.
Okay.
That'll be cute. Okay, but we'll be back next week. Maybe y'all know us, we flaky, but I'm sure there's new Jujutsu Kaisen episodes out, so we'll probably definitely be back. When it's a lull and it don't be nothing going on, we liable to not show up, but we gonna be here next week talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. We also
are humans, okay, with things going on and circumstances that pop up,
and that's why I'm not commodifying my brand, because I be ready. I be like, I don't want to do it today. Okay, I need that low pressure. That's what I need. But I have noticed that a video, the sweat and soap reaction that I did a while back, which is a J drama, is getting traction. And I was like, damn, bitch, I never finished the show. So I might actually pop up and do a video about it. So be on the lookout. And as always, don't forget to keep it cute. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.